With the release of Red Dead Redemption 2 just on the horizon, the highly anticipated second game in Rockstar's Western franchise has got fans immensely hyped. Since the game's announcement and after subsequent teaser releases, fans have been living in a hypothetical land, guessing out what might make the game and what might not. Most of these theories consist of speculation based on recent previous Rockstar games that have added new gameplay mechanics that some think would make great additions to the Red Dead world. Other theories are more so based on narrative points and what fans think the storyline of the game could turn out to be. So today we put together a list of all of our wishful thinking with the top 10 things we want to see in Red Dead Redemption 2. And of course, these are all speculative, so don't get your hopes up. And at number 10, the whole gang. From what we already know about Red Dead 2, the game is set prior to the events of the original, and you play as Arthur Morgan, a member of the Van der Linde gang, aka Dutch's gang, the gang that John was a part of prior to ditching, and was eventually strong-armed into hunting down. We already know of 6 members who were part of that gang: John, Dutch, Arthur, Bill Williamson, Javier Esculia, and Abigail Marston. Based off the promotional material and the teaser trailer, we know that the gang will be involved in the story, so many are hoping that we either get a glimpse of the gang in the earlier days, or the gang prior to completely splitting, potentially when John decides to leave. And at number 9, gun mechanics. Fine-tuning the gun mechanics in the game has been one of the biggest hopes that gamers have been rallying behind. Some people have been complaining that the gun mechanics are too reliant on auto-lock, and wish Rockstar in general would incorporate tighter, slicker mechanics into their gunplay. That being said, similar to the GTA franchise, Red Dead is a pretty big blockbuster, meaning gamers of all levels will likely be giving it a go, so it seems unlikely that the auto-lock will be disappearing entirely. Aside from that, we're also hoping that the mechanics behind the quick draw duels will be more improved, giving players a little bit more of a challenge and agency on how those draws go down. Up next, number 8, customization. The first Red Dead was pretty lacking in customization. While there were outfits that you could switch John into, compared to the likes of the customization options, from clothes to weapons to modes of transportation, that currently exist in other mainstream games, it seems like a safe bet to assume that Red Dead 2 would be more eager to give its players more options, especially when it comes to making Arthur Morgan more aesthetically to their liking. Up next, number 7, Undead Nightmare. One of the coolest aspects of Red Dead was the standalone DLC, Undead Nightmare. For those of you who haven't played it, Undead Nightmare featured John in the midst of a zombie apocalypse that occurs across the same map as the main game. You need to go from town to town to liberate it, and over time zombies can retake a town if you're not careful. There's also the inclusion of the 4 horses of the apocalypse, mythical stallions that included the likes of war, famine, pestilence, and death, all of which had their own individual benefit to riding them. Now imagine an updated version of that, or something in the same vein of that absurdity. Yeah, definitely a must. And at number 6, side quests and branching narratives. While the first game had its fair share of side quests, one of the most talked about additions fans are hoping to see with the sequel is more detailed side quests. We're talking the likes of diving deeper into that whole morality mechanic that existed in the previous game, with certain quests only available based on how much of an outlaw you become, or based on whether or not the game incorporates a choice and consequence system that's more detailed. In addition to this, there's been a lot of reference to the way the narrative branches out in The Witcher 3, and hey, that's not a totally bad idea. And at number 5, story DLCs. Even though some fans may be satisfied with another version of Undead Nightmare, others want to see DLCs that will branch out further into the world's main narrative. This could range anywhere from heists to traveling to new cities and regions, or even building further on the world of Red Dead 2 from the game's initial release. Based on the rumors that have been spreading, the map of this game is significantly larger than the previous one. With all that in mind, story DLCs seem a little unlikely though, primarily because of a point that we'll be talking about in the next few numbers, and how Rockstar has already accumulated success with another one of their franchises using that model. And at number 4, Battle Royale. While this may be some serious wishful thinking, a Battle Royale mode isn't totally impossible. GTA Online even had a Battle Royale mode included in its Smuggler's Run update, so introducing a similar mode in Red Dead Redemption may not be a long shot, no pun intended. Plus, it's incredibly likely if our next number pans out. Up next at 3, Red Dead Online. It would seem a little preposterous for Rockstar to not include an online component for Red Dead Redemption 2, especially one that fits the likes of what GTA 5 has. Considering GTA 5 has been strong and kicking since 2013, Rockstar would be smart to ensure that kind of longevity in Red Dead, especially if it's a franchise they plan on continuing to nurture. And imagine the possibilities. That being said, returning to our story DLCs point here, it seems more likely that DLCs and updates for Red Dead Online would take precedence, meaning those who prefer to play offline may be a little disappointed by that. Up next, number 2, multiple protagonists. One of the biggest successes of Grand Theft Auto 5 was its multiple protagonists feature. Seamlessly woven into the story and overall gameplay, it was a feature that fans adored, and made for a more compelling, intricate story. One of the biggest hopes is that Red Dead will follow suit, and allow for players to play as multiple members of Dutch's gang, with the potential of Arthur being only one of those protagonists. Which brings us to our next point, in at number 1, John Marston. John is arguably one of the most beloved Rockstar characters of all time, so of course fans are hoping for his return. The character was tragically and brutally murdered during the first game, which resulted in players taking over as his son at the very end of the game seeking vengeance. Since the game is set prior to the events of the first, there are high hopes that John will make a return. While people are gunning for him to be one of those multiple protagonists, if that theory pans out, it seems likely that we'll at least have a cameo from John, or at the bare minimum some sort of mention or Easter egg of him. For many, he was a crucial part to Red Dead Redemption as a whole, and the game would not have been the same success it was without him. Alright, there we have it, friends. Which of these do you think is the most likely to be part of the game? Do you have a theory that you think we should know about? Give us a shout in those comments below. If you dug this video, please show some love by hitting those like and subscribe buttons so you'll never miss out on another gaming video. And don't forget to check out the videos that we have in our playlist that's currently flashing on your screen for more gaming goodness. And in the meantime, thanks for watching everybody. Catch you all in the next one.